CEOs are doing too much in 2025. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Cherry Fashionista. So most of you guys have probably seen the viral video from last Thursday's US Open, where we see a grown man grabbing a cap that has just been signed by Camille Mathurazak. He gave a young boy his hat, but this grown man, who we now know is a CEO, grabs it, and the kid is just dumbfounded. He's like, "This is mine, give it back," and he completely ignores this kid. And you guys, this is a televised event, so this 3-second takeover is so fast. In fact, if there wasn't like a direct camera facing the whole, like, the group, you would never even believe it, because it's so fast. He grabs it, he puts it in the purse of the lady he's with, and he acts like nothing has happened. And meanwhile, this kid is begging for the cap to be given back to him. So you can imagine. So Camille had just secured a victory, and he was in a great mood, and he's just handing out caps and signing all kinds of things, and everything happened so fast. And so the guy took it, and the internet had a lot to say. There was so much anger and uproar about his actions. And you guys, you would think that someone would come and apologize, especially after taking something from a child who cannot defend themselves. But no, he doubled down on his actions by going on a Polish job board and saying that it's a first come first serve, and basically saying that you snooze, you lose. And the internet was not having it. They have given 1-star reviews to his business, and it has been so bad. People have claimed that he's the most hated man on the internet, and I believe so. Meanwhile, Camille was lucky enough to, Brock, who is the name of the kid, was lucky enough to get another signed cap from Camille. And I'm imagining this time it was like a one-on-one interaction, as opposed to the initial one where he was just giving things to people. But so there's a silver lining. I'm sure Brock was very happy to have this star, I guess he likes tennis, just give him this cap and really know who he is, and the backstory and everything. So users on the internet were enraged by the actions of the CEO. Many were calling on him to be fired. They were like, the board of directors, or the board of whatever they're called, should fire him. And then I was looking at comments, and this guy who's from Poland comes in and says, "You guys, you have to understand that this guy he's the CEO, but he's also the salesman. He's also the marketing person. He is basically everything. He's the landscaper, he's the paver, he's doing everything. And so there's no shareholder in the company. There are no board of directors that are going to do anything about what he did." And that's probably why he felt he could double down, because he was like, who's gonna check me? And so the internet did. He ended up humbling himself, issuing an apology, and saying that he had poor judgment, which he did, and that he made a huge mistake. So I don't know, this was just one of those very interesting things. And so I don't know what happens from here. At least the kid got another cap, but the business got 1-star reviews. But you guys, this whole thing reminded me of that popular insurance company with that guy with a hook who has $1 on the end, and as someone is trying to catch it, he says, "You gotta be quicker than that." I don't know why this just came to my mind. That was just so crazy. Now, this guy is not small. This is a huge guy, and for him to just take it from a helpless little kid, and he could have easily, as the CEO, he could have easily just gone to this guy and requested for him to sign a cap, since he's this giant. So you guys, it's just so crazy. Can we not hear any other news about CEOs in 2025? Because they're just doing too much. Remember when CEOs were like sort of like a myth? Remember when, we, like, you guys, when it comes to like something like Microsoft, which I feel like it's one of those companies that has been around and a lot of people know, we knew Bill Gates was like the CEO for years. We didn't even see him until when the internet was like, coming up and stuff like that. But CEOs were like a myth. They were not people who were known. They were very private, and now they're just everywhere doing the most absurd things. You guys, they're everywhere. What do you guys think about this? The internet checked him so fast, and he had the guts to double down, but he was humbled. Let me know what you guys think about this story. Okay, next thing. The Princess of Wales. Okay, you guys, what is going on with Catherine? Now, back in March of 2024, Kate released a video where she shocked the whole world by sharing that she had cancer. And, she was going to undergo treatment. She was going to not be in the public eye for a long time while she recovered. And so she has been through so much, with this cancer diagnosis and chemo treatments. And thank God she's currently in remission. It's been a tough journey. So, now that she's in remission she has been doing a lot of her public work, and we're seeing a lot of her as she's, as she returns to public life. And I must say that she is very different from a few years ago, you guys. And you guys, I know people age. I know times are not the same, but I remember back in 2011 after, getting married to Prince William, and she was like this style icon. She was everywhere with the best outfits. She was just this princess, the people's princess. She was almost like Diana, Princess Diana. And yeah, she was everywhere. And, to be fair, again, she's older, obviously. She's a mom of 3. She's had a very difficult last year. So I'm not saying that she is this person who is perfect. Obviously, she has a lot going on. And she's also a wife, a mom. It's a lot. But I'm getting an IDGAF energy from her, you guys. I'm like, she's giving that energy in the last, ever since she's returned in the public eye. She just seems to be very unbothered, and she doesn't seem to care what people think. Like, I feel like, people from the royal family have to go with these rules and all these obligations and all these scripted things and how you're supposed to sit and I'm seeing, in my opinion, I'm just seeing her, just very unbothered, just living her life on her own terms, not wanting to be bothered, not caring about what people think. In fact, you guys, back in February of this year, she said, Kensington Palace, I believe, issued a statement where they said the princess does not want to be associated, like she doesn't want people asking her about her outfits, and that they're not going to keep talking about it. She said she doesn't want to be asked about her outfits, she doesn't care, and she just wants people to recognize her for her charitable work, which is, which is noble. So, you guys, you can imagine. So recently, I don't know whether it was yesterday or the day before, Kate was seen with a new hair color. She has gone blonde, and the internet had so much to say about it, you guys. As I was saying, Kate has blonde hair now. Now, a lot of people were saying that it's a wig, which is okay. Maybe she has had chemo treatments and she has hair issues, which is fine. But you guys, this hair color is not giving. I just don't feel like it's working for her in any way. And this is why I'm saying this is a very much unbothered Catherine. She doesn't seem to care. She dyed her hair blonde, and you guys can keep your opinions to yourself because she just doesn't want to hear it. Also, I've noticed like I think she has gone all natural, and I don't think she's wearing makeup anymore, or even if she is, it's very minimal. You guys, Kate is giving a typical 40-year-old woman, a woman who is in her 40s. And I know because I am in my 40s. So when you're in this age bracket, you have no time to care about what people think. And I'm loving this new side of her, you know, this realness, this raw Kate who I believe, I always feel like she's very family oriented, you know, she's not into the whole, you know, princess thing, and she's very much into being a mom, especially, and then a wife. And now she, of course, she has those charitable things about kids, and, you know, I feel like that's what matters to her. And now she is in a phase where she's telling people, you guys are going to see me the way I want you to see me. You're going to accept me the way I am, or you don't. Either way, I'm going to still live my life. Okay? So yeah, that is the Princess of Wales. That's who she is at this time. Moving on to Cardi B. So whatever you do, don't you ever play with Cardi B by asking her disrespectful questions. So Cardi was seen walking outside of a courthouse with her, you know, her people, and a rude reporter had the nerve to ask her about rumors that she's expecting another baby with her ex-husband Offset. Now, you guys, I didn't even know this. Apparently, she's dating some guy called Stephon Diggs. And so this guy was alluding to that. It's like he's saying, okay, you're with Stephon, but you're also, Offset is apparently or allegedly saying that she is expecting his baby. So this guy obviously was trying to be messy, like very messy, because that is not anybody's business. That's her business. And the thing that I found interesting about this is how Cardi ignores this reporter. Like, you know, she goes on to, she gestures that she's ready to sign, like an autograph, but she has other plans. She takes the pen and hurls it, throws it at this reporter guy. She doesn't even know who it is, but she just throws it, and it is so funny. It is so interesting. And then she goes on to tell him and school him about getting manners and respecting women. And, you know, it was so cringe, but it was also like, yes, Cardi, stand up for yourself. This guy went on to say, oh, Cardi, you know, I love you, blah, blah, blah. But Cardi was not having it. She was like, you better get it together. Didn't your mother school you about how to, you know, behave with women? Oh my God, she really went in on this guy. She is not going to be disrespected. And so I found that to be very interesting, you guys. Cardi does not play that game. You will not disrespect her. And finally, Beyoncé is 44. The singer is celebrating her 44th birthday today, September 4th. And so we want to wish Beyoncé a very happy birthday. Of course, Beyoncé is mother to 3 kids. And, you know, yeah, she's mom to 3 kids and married to her longtime partner, Jay-Z. So happy birthday, Beyoncé. You guys, let me know what you guys think about the things I've talked about, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.